You alright, Lily? Hey? You all cosy down now? I thought is anyone going to come on? Is that one person that's on? Is that me? It's not me, is it? It can't be me. Come on and show your face. Have a conversation with me. You'll find I'm not actually a bad person. You'll find that what you've heard about me, or what's gone around me, is bad. But you'll find that I'm actually not a bad person. I'll always try and help everyone. But if you belong to a gang, I'm in a group, and then you're going to be influenced by that group, obviously. Let me just write something down. I feel inspired by this message. There you go. A lot of these people probably won't understand that message, but I'm here to try and show you the way, the path of life. I hope I'm not the only person on here. If I put my message out to at least one person, I'm happy. But if the one person that's showing up there is me, mind you, I need to get a grip because it's very early hours of the morning. But I am absolutely disgusted in some of the videos I've listened to where people have actually been ignored by doctors and nurses, practitioners, all sorts of this and that to do the medical world. I'm absolutely disgusted that they refuse to believe or refuse to tell their patients that this is nothing to do with the vax. That disgusts me. Doctors have sold us out. We have been sold out by our doctors, and I bet it's because they've been offered a massive, lovely wage, or maybe a guaranteed pension. This is what I believe, and I'm sick of not going with my gut feeling, because every time I go against my gut feeling because of some specialists, I end up always being wrong. Your gut feeling is the most powerfulest thing you can have. Not your stupid doctor that's got some arsehole, some elite arsehole's hand up his arse, moving his mouth for him. There's something very wrong going on in this world, and it's all to do with the medical world. I've got friends that are in the medical industry, and they're trying to hang on to that. But they've told me 100% they will leave that industry as soon as they are being forced to take the vax. I ain't no intelligent person. I ain't no brainwave. But I'm very logical. Very logical. Things have to make sense to me. And if they don't make sense, my gut really plays up. And my gut has been pissing me off a lot lately. Because I try to ignore it, but I can't. I just can't. When you look at all the shit that they've done to us in the past, and yet we're supposed to trust these experts that have spent years in the medical industry, but yet some politician or some dirty word like that comes along and tells them if they don't do as they're told, they lose their world. They don't just lose their job, because once you do lose your job, you're tarnished with a brush that says this person is not worthy of any advice to anyone. Vulgarity. Because all these politicians or this political shit that comes out, they've all been offered money beyond their wildest dreams, despite the fact that they've done all these qualifications, they've earned their right to earn good money, they've earned their right to get the confidence of the people. They've earned so many rights because they've gone to college and educated themselves. They decided to sell out. But what they will find is their careers will be very short. Because once you comply to the C-19 shit, you're complicit. Now they've got you over a barrel, because they will turn everything round and go, well, you agreed with this and you agreed with that. You've even signed the paperwork. Now all of a sudden you're going all wobbly. So we're going to discredit your qualifications and your experience and your advice. But yet you don't give a toss about all the years, all the sacrifice that you've done to improve your family, just to comply with these pieces of shit that fall into their jobs. Shame on human beings. Do you know what? I've got more confidence in animals because they're predictable. They never change. They do what they do and you can work around them or work with them or manipulate how you want them to behave. Just like the politicians. They're rank. They're disgusting. They are the scum of our problems. They're not all bad, but a majority are. And when you get a majority over a minority, they always win. They've sold themselves out. They've sold their families out. They've sold their souls. For money. Money, money, money. And the reason they take the money is because of fear. This country is full of a load of pussies with no backbone anymore. This country has not got a backbone anymore because we choose it to be lost over money. People seem to think that money is more important than honour, respect. That's what they choose to do. They think that money is going to get them further on in life, just like the elite do. But the elite have been running this show for hundreds of years. But that will not last forever. There's been arseholes on this world that have run it for thousands. Despite what you might read in the Bible, it's all bullshit. This world's about power and money. Money breeds power. Have you ever heard of that? Money breeds power. And if we're going to let that happen, by God, I don't want to be part of this world anymore. It's disgusting. Rank. Fucking disgusting. Now we're being torn apart between ourselves. The elite don't even have to do anything now. They just poke and prod. And now we're fighting with each other. Which is what it's always been about. But this is a different war. This is not a war where we've got guns and stuff. This is a war between people and their minds. They've tapped into our minds. Do you get that? Hi, Danny. You probably won't believe a lot of this shit, Danny, but you will. Give it 5 years, you will. I listen to too many stories where people have been fucked over by this health system. Literally fucked over. Once you get that vax, they're not interested in you. They want you to just walk away and not talk to them anymore. Yeah, bless you, Danny. I always liked you, Danny. Well, I say I always liked you, Danny. That's not actually true, because when I was in Divine's group, I did have a big issue with you. But when I left Divine's group, I started opening up my mind. But since them days, we've got a new issue. So Divine or anyone else on these platforms are not my issue. Even the Wasp. You know, the old boy that likes eating sweeties and lies about people. I can't believe the video that scumbag made about me tonight, and even said that my mum is dead. Now, if you don't believe that that guy lies, get off my channel, because my mum's not dead, and I find that very, very insulting. That guy has created a new rage in me. I'm not going to show it, but what I will do, I will plan something. Wasp has got a fucking big issue now, because anyone that says that my family don't love me and that my mum is dead, that's why I wear her dresses, is fucking vulgar. Anyone in that Wasps is open for attack, because you, even though you say you never lie, has said that my mum is dead. You have fucking got a big problem, Wasp. A big problem. You are a bigger problem to me than the C word. Yeah, we do have a difference, Dan. But do you think my mum's dead? Or would you ever come on here and say that my mum's dead? And would you ever come on here, Dan? And would you ever say that none of my family talk to me? Because I'm a chick with a dick. Wasp has created a new type of vengeance. Thank you, Dan. My mum's not dead, and that is the one thing you should never have said, Wasp. You're nothing but a drunken fucking scumbag cunt. And I praise the person who knocked your teeth out of your face. Because if I ever see you, I will fucking knock the rest of your teeth out. You're not fit. Because if you keep coming online, Wasp, Russell McGarrett, if you keep coming online and telling people that you've never felt as fit as you do now, why the fuck are you on disability allowance? Yeah, well, Wasp has said it tonight on one of his. Just because, actually, someone come in my live tonight, right, and they said, "Oh, I went over to Wasp tonight and asked him why he don't like you," and then I left. Didn't even wait for the answer. I went over to Wasp and I couldn't believe the shit that come out of his mouth. He lied about Sean. He made it sound like I was involved in all three parties of what Sean said. The only one tiny little thing that I was involved with Sean, where Wasp said it was to do with violence, I said, Sean, if you show up at the park and you take a photo of you in the park, I would give you £10. That was nothing to do with violence. Not one fucking tiny word to do with violence. The scene was always set. Sean was already in his car, already round to Sevens. They've had ding dongs in the past. I said, Sean, if you prove that you've turned up in the park, take a photo, I will give you £10. Just to prove what a coward Seven was. I didn't instigate violence at all. But Wasp, Gappy Teeth, the old boy, the sweetie man, decides to twist everything. I can put up with all that shit, but when that guy said, my mum's dead, and that's the only reason I've got dresses. My mum left me all her dresses because she died. Fucking dirty, cunting scumbag. You're gonna get it, Wasp. Even if you apologise. You attack my family, and then it all goes wonky. Yeah, but the thing is with that Dan, right? He goes, oh, Paris done this and Paris done that, and Sean reversed down the road in the dark, and he nearly killed a family in a car. It's so dramatic. That scene, I don't get involved in Wasp anymore. I'm on my live, and this happened after. Look at all the timelines. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, right? Because I do my little lives with my little group of 12 people, even though Wasp takes the piss because I've only got 12 people. I'd rather have 12 genuine people than 100 people that as soon as he says something, they go, yeah, and Paris this and Paris that. They don't know shit about me. They've never spoke to me one on one. They've always listened to that gappy piece of shit. Wasp, I'm never going to go away from you until you fucking die. And I hope your fucking wife gets cancer and you're laying over her bed crying your fucking eyes out, wishing that you never fucking discredited anyone. Because I believe in karma. Karma will destroy you. You've done nothing but thieved all your life, and now you want to go round and punch everyone's head in, but you're on disability allowance. Scum. You're dirty scum that plays the system. You go to court and you lie through your fucking teeth. But for you to say stuff about me that you give a little tweak to and you make it sound like a massive lie, you ain't fucking got rid of me, even when you decide you want to make a truce with me. Go and make your videos. Spend all your days and your nights. Even though you come on your lives and you go, I ain't going to give you the time of day. But yet, you keep making videos about me. So, who is the liar? Look through all the bullshit, people. Stop interacting with this cunt. Just because he's a character, it doesn't mean he's genuine. He's scum. He's ripped everyone off to get through life, and now he's on disability allowance. But yet, he wants to go and punch everyone's head in. Yeah, but Dan, I don't do this on my channel. When I'm in my StreamYard, I don't do this shit. But when I listen to this cunt tonight, it gave me a 5 or 10 minute gap because someone went on there. I didn't tell them to go on there. They come and told me after they went on there. And all they did was ask Wasp why he's got such an attitude with me. And then by the end of it, none of my family want to talk to me, which is a lie. My mum's dead, which is a lie. She give me all her addresses, which is a lie. But this guy never fucking lies. So when people go over there and they start half believing him and they want to question everyone else, go fuck yourself. Don't come on my fucking channel and try and question me about shit, because this is the only shit that he's got on me. His lies. And when you look at all the videos he's made of me, he's gone in my Facebook, took all my transition pictures where I'm having a difficult time transitioning and showing people how I'm either improving or not, and he mocks it. Is that a fucking nice guy? This is going to be my next exposure. The Wasp is going to be exposed for being a lying, bullshitting, fucking money-grabbing, thieving, fucking drunk. Because I won't let this fucking go until I bring that scumbag down. And this is all over because I called Hoof out way back in the early days. But no one mentions that. No. Paris is unimportant. She didn't say anything important. But when I made my statement about fucking Hoof doing a grow room and his son selling drugs, yeah, I still stand by that. But when the Wasp comes on, the arse-licking cunt that got it all wrong about Hoof, he adds that little extra twist. And he says, well, when he said Hoof's young son, the guy's a fucking grown man I was talking about. He's a fucking criminal. Yeah, do you know why I had that, Radan? Because when I was in Wasp group, I used to say something, right? And you know, like when you get one of them people that sort of have little digs at you, but no one else sees it. That's exactly what Hoof was doing. And then I blew up one day because I was like, what the fuck are you all about? Why the fuck are you digging me out? Because I've never said anything wrong. The guy just didn't like me from day one. And I believe the reason he didn't fucking like me because he knew that I could see through him like a bit of glass. Whatever, Dan. I apologised for that. But I didn't apologise for Hoof selling drugs. I goes, okay, Wasp, I might have got that a bit wrong. I want to apologise for saying his son sells drugs. But I will not apologise for what Hoof's done. Okay? That's what I said. But when the Wasp got over it, the Wasp gang, it turned out that I accused his young son of selling drugs, and then I backtracked and I apologised for everything. No. All I wanted to do was keep his son out of it. Because that I don't 100% know. I was told that. Okay? But I know there's people out there that know what I'm like, and I go for the throat. But I've backed up on that and I've gone, no, yeah, I apologise. I shouldn't have said that. His son don't sell drugs. But I will never backtrack on Hoof being a dirty, lying scumbag that grows and sells drugs. I will not ever backtrack on that. My mistake was saying his son sells them. He may do, he may not, whatever. But when Hoof comes on and he says how bad of a gangster family he's got, what else are you supposed to assume? Wasp is never going to get out of this. I'm going for that cunt. Because what he said tonight about my family, my kids, my mum, my wife, he ain't getting out of it. And I will find a way. I will find a way of bringing that gappy old cunt to justice, whether it's through the system, even though he thinks he knows it all, or whether it's through violence. Because even if I have to go to prison, that cunt will pay for what he said tonight on his live. Just because someone I know, but I didn't know they went in there till they come to my live and told me they went in there and asked him why he's got so much beef with me. And then he come out with all that bullshit, but he never lies. You need to open your fucking eyes, Dan. Just like fucking Jupiter does. Because I remember Jupiter putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 5. And that was something stupid like stinky knickers. Because Jupiter reckons that the name stinky knickers comes from Kaylee coming up with an idea of wearing her knickers and then sending them to pervy people. But what people want to know is I invented that name. That name was created by me. So whether that's good or bad for Kaylee, I don't know. But you, Jupiter, need to get your fucking act together. And if you're going to be a detective, do it fucking properly. Because that name purely come from me calling her stinky knickers. Because I didn't even know till a year later that happened. Because I go into a private group and this guy, the group I go into, I am amazed that he finds out stuff and tells me months before. But I can't come out with this shit because when I come out with it, by the time it has come out as the truth, I've been forgotten because I'm unimportant. But that name, Stinky Knickers, come from me. I created that name for her because of the aggro we went through in Andy Devine's group. It started off as Smelly Knickers, and then I changed it to Stinky Knickers. But that was nothing to do with anyone else but me. But you get people like Jupiter that think they're more important than me, get listened to. This is what fucks me off about people. You decide to listen to someone rather than someone else, and you completely disregard what they say, because you get more notoriety when people listen to you about what you have said about them. It's fucking all wrong on here. It's all gone pear-shaped on here. It is misinfo, Dan. In fact, it's not misinfo, Dan, because what fucking wound me up about Jupiter is all she surmised. Just because Kaylee come up with this prank where she said, oh, I've got a good idea. I can wear my nickels and sell them online and get loads of money off perverts. So Jupiter's come along, because this name Stinky Knickers is in her head, which I invented. She's thought, oh, hang on a minute, now I know why Kaylee's called Stinky Knickers. Because she said online that she can wear her knickers and sell them to perverts. It's fuck all to do with that. So Jupiter, take yourself out of the equation, because if you can get something like that so wrong, that's unimportant, why the fuck should people listen to you when there's something really important going on? Because that was really bad what you done there. You think she was called Stinky Knickers because she come up with a prank or a funny idea. See, even I know it. I'm not intelligent, but no one listens to me because my name's not Wasp or Jupiter or Wendy Woo. No one listens to me, but I'm the one that knows the facts. I don't guess them. She was called Stinky Knickers because of me, and I can tell you a whole story why I call her Stinky Knickers. But you don't want to know that. No, you would rather go to Jupiter or Wasp and say, hey, you know everything. Can you please tell me this and please tell me that? You're fucking stupid. Half of you out there are fucking stupid. Because you can't even be bothered to go to the right person and just ask them a genuine question. You've got to go all around the houses to the scum and come to your own conclusion. And it's always fucking wrong. Go with your gut instinct at least. Because you'll find that the Wasp is a lying, thieving, benefit cheat that loves to get pissed every night. He loves to have his drugs, but he's off them at the moment because he wants us NHS payers to pay all his bills. And he says that he eats sweeties all night, and he expects to be the healthiest guy on the land. And then you've got people like Jupiter. Yeah, I get the fact that she has to protect her husband because her husband does get a lot of abuse online. But at the end of the day, if you turn it off, you'll find that they get really bored because they've got no one to argue with. But you want to keep it alive, don't you? People don't want to ask me, Danny. People don't even ask me if I've had the operation yet. They want to tell everyone that none of my family talk to me. My mum's dead. I wear all her dresses. It's fucking vulgar. And if you fucking people keep going on now and thinking that guy is a fucking nice guy just because he's a character, go fuck yourselves. Because I live in the fucking real world and I don't lie about shit. And if Wasp is pressing and pressing and pressing and trying to make videos of me and all he can come up with is me going through my transition on my Facebook and abusing my family and my fucking kids, go fuck yourselves, a lot of ya. I don't even want you on my channel. If you even think that I'm lying one tiny little bit. The only thing that I've ever done wrong was say that fucking Hoof's son sells drugs. The whole fucking family's scum. Get a fucking grip. All of ya. The family is scum. Hoof has proved what a lying, low-life piece of shit he is. He's got grow rooms. He does them with different people so he don't get in trouble. But he gets all the money for it. The cunt don't even go to work. He's like fucking the Wasp. The Wasp wants to go around and punch everyone's face in, but yet he's on disability allowance. And there's me, fucking nearly 60 years old, and I have to go to the job centre every fucking 2 weeks to prove I'm looking for work. And you got that fucking piece of shit sitting there 24/7 making videos of everyone. Fucking get a grip, the lot of ya. I don't give a fuck if he grows it anymore. He's probably made his money, Danny. Do you know that for a fact? Have you followed him? Have you actually followed him in real life? Oh, he retired a long time ago. Well, he made a fucking grow room 4 years ago. That's not a long time ago. If it was big enough, he wouldn't have to make one for another year anyway. Don't listen to what fucking people say. Follow the cunts around. If you want to come to me with real fucking evidence, you follow them around and you see where they're getting their money from. You see if they're on benefits. You see if they go to fucking work. Don't just say it because others have said it. Because loads of people have said it. Are they official people with certificates? Course they're fucking not. They're dirty scum like they are. They're all in the money with them. It won't be legal over here, Dan. It makes more money when it's illegal than when it's legal. Because how many fucking people do you know that go to a fucking shop and spend 500 quid on a jacket just like that? Don't even flinch. Not many workers do that. Unless they're earning massive amounts of money. You don't realise, Dan, right, that drug dealers go anywhere. They go and buy a car. They'll go and just slap 50 grand on it, right? 50 grand, buy a car. Now, you tell me, right, someone with a massive bank account will go in a car shop and will ever pay 50 grand straight cash for a car. They will not do it because they've got so much money. Their little system works against that car dealer. They don't pay nowhere near that 50 grand. So you lot need to fucking wake up. These people that go out there and slap big money, cash down on anything, you've got to start looking into them. So did I, Dan. I'm not denying that. I don't find that a problem. But when these people come on here like Lord shit almighty and start calling people out, I mean, at the end of the day, I heard a story where Hoof went to a meeting and he was complaining about how bad the drug dealers were. And it turned out that he only done that for his own benefit so that he could get a better drug market. That's how scummy this shit is. Oh, come on. Danny, don't fucking insult my intelligence, Danny. So if someone does a grow room and there's 10 grand's worth of gear on there, and Chrissy Morris comes along and steals it because they've all said it, don't fucking even deny it, Dan. Do you think that someone grows 10 grand's worth of fucking gear and smokes it all themselves? Fucking grow up, Dan. Start fucking up in your game. Because no cunt on this planet would grow 10 grand's worth of gear and fucking smoke it all themselves. It's for sale. For fuck's sake. I mean, I'm a fucking good smoker. I can smoke loads of people under the table. I don't know anyone. I've met some hard smokers in my time. I'm not bragging. When I get on it, I can smoke anyone under the table and I can go on for fucking days and weeks. Constant. But I can't grow 10 grand's worth of gear and smoke it myself. Yeah. Caravans called Elvis. Yeah, exactly. You need to, if you're going to get into that world of growing, Dan. I mean, I've grown it. I've grown it. And I know the fucking score with this game. I've met with the best of the scammers, the best of the naughty people. And I've got out of it because I don't like their world. But I've seen it and I've been there. And trust me, if I really wanted to, I could get some fucking nasty people involved in my life. Because I've met with the best of them. Because I'm an electrician. And I know shit. I know a lot of shit. I know shit that electricians don't even know. And I've dealt with these people. I know exactly how they work. I've even been on a site setting up and some guys just turned up just because this guy, nothing to do with me, like I say, I'm an electrician, just because this guy's crop done 20% mould, it got 20% mould, this fucking guy was going to shoot him. This is how bad that world is. So if you want to get involved in that shit, Dan, get involved in it properly. Because there's some fucking nasty cunts out there. It is a killer. But when you're working for someone else and you get like 10-20% and they don't believe you, they will pull a gun out on you. Yeah, well, that's what that fucking world's like, Dan. And I believe that's what the fucking world that Hoof was in. I believe Hoof is a pussy. Got on with Hoof because I know that world. I'm not into it, but because I'm an electrician, I'm there. And I'm their God. This is the difference. I'm more important to them than their helpers. That is the difference. That's how I know so much shit about what I know. Hoof is a little pussy. Why is he not on the internet now? With his big muscles and his, I sort my own problems out. But yet it was Wasp that come and attacked me because I didn't like Hoof. And now I get all this lying shit about me from the Wasp. And you all follow him. the fucking comments I've seen from little women that go, oh, Paris, oh, Wasp, yeah, and also I heard Paris say this. What a fucking load of shit. Fucking load of shit. To be honest with you, Dan, it's people like you and me and all normal people that should just shut these cunts down. Don't give them the time of day. Yeah, when I was young, Dan. When I was young. But to be honest with you, the first time I ever done it, I was duped. I was fucked because I was duped and vulnerable. But after that, I used to do the electrics, but I was nothing to do with the drugs. Nothing to do with them. Never got anything out of them at all. Yeah, we have done stupid things. And it was really funny how I got duped into that first situation, because I was approached by someone that I liked and I trusted, and they said, "Can you do a job for someone?" And I went, "Yeah, no problem." I had to go there after work. I'd done the job, and I was duped into believing it was something else. It was to do with a lot of fridges and a lot of wine, and I believed at the time it was to do with a lot of illegal wine coming into the country. So I was wiring up a system to cope with a lot of fridges or fridge freezers. And even while I was there doing it, this is how bad it was. Even while I was there doing the job, lorries turned up with wine. And then I found out that was a front. But I was in it at the time. There was nothing I could do about it. I'm fucking tiny, Dan. I'm just educated in what I do. But I got out of it. I duped the cunt into worrying about me. That's why I don't worry about the Wasp. Because I've had gangsters with guns and I've duped them into leaving me alone. They could have just wasted me away and no one would have known about it. But I ain't fucking stupid. And I'm not going to let this go until the Wasp is crumbled, because I know that fucking gappy piece of cunt has had to go off the internet before because he's created lots of problems. No, there was no fans involved, Dan. It was just all sockets in various places. I didn't put no fans anywhere. I didn't put nothing anywhere. All I done was a heavy duty system to cope with freezers. I was duped. But once I was duped, it's just like the system. Once they get you to admit something, you're fucked. I mean, I'm clever at my job, Dan. I am clever. But when you've given a credible story and it makes sense to you because you don't think beyond that, you do it. Because you think, yeah, fuck it. Why should these people pay all this tax on these wines? They was bringing them in by the lorry load. And the fact is, the fucking wine was there. It even turned up while I was there. But it was a front. That's how naive I was. I was setting up three-phase systems. Honestly, you wouldn't believe how big the systems were that I was involved with, that I didn't even know I was involved with. It's fucking rank how these scumbag criminals use innocent people. Because they don't give a fuck if you go down. They laugh because they've got away with it. And do you know what? I even heard when all that fucking shit come on top, Star Delta. No, Dan, it's not Star Delta. Star Delta is a starter that you use on certain machines. I just three-phase systems. It's nothing to do with Star Delta. It was just three-phase system. Star Delta you use when the overload's too bearing, and it winds it up. No, Dan, the thing is, right, I don't react anymore. I mean, I am on this, on my StreamYard, on my Streamlab rather. But when I'm on my StreamYard and I get my little viewers in, I only get 10 or 12, whatever. But he's even got to take the piss out of that, like it's nothing, and I'm petty. But I'm happy with my 12 viewers because they're genuine people. They're not in there to try and find issues and have massive rows. We just chat. Yeah. Yeah. It's because of the overload. But that's nothing to do with what I was doing. All I was doing was setting up sockets off a three-phase system to make sure everything was balanced. But I didn't know at the time, and that angers me to this day because that has changed my life. I was never involved with criminals like at that level. It's fucking disgusting what they do. And then we've got the WASP accusing me of being this bad, nasty person. I've worked all my life. I've paid taxes. I've always helped people. You've even seen me, Dan. I give money away on YouTube all over the place. Now I ain't got a pot to piss in. But I don't moan about it. And then you've got the scabby little bastard like the WASP. He's thieved all his life, and now he's become of age. He's decided to have disabilities, but yet he decides that he wants to go around and punch everyone's face in. How can you have a disability and want to drive all around the country and punch people's faces in because you don't like them? Who the fuck is this cunt? He's done illegal concerts. He's nicked loads of gyros out of the social security. He's told us this all online. You can't get any more blatant than that. And yet he said my mum's dead. I wear her dresses. It's fucking vulgar. But yet he'll get 100 people come on as soon as he clicks on. Fucking rank. Disgusting. And I'm still begging for a job now. But it just seems to me, as soon as Universal Credit know you want a job and you're keen and you definitely are trying, they're not interested. They're the key factors they want. As long as they know you want a job and you say yes to them, they don't care. They won't even look